Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, December 29th. Happy Friday, everyone. It's 6:24 right now. Market's going to open in about 6 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a couple things here to update, and we should be good to go. All right, a few more things here. Few more things here. Last thing. And it looks like we are good to go. All right, let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. There. Link sent out. Let's get this YouTube link sent out as well. Looks like we are good to go. I'll give it a few moments for people to make their way in. And as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here. So, all right, guys, good morning, everybody. It looks like majority of you guys are starting to join in. Today is Friday, December 29th. It is 6:25 right now. Market's going to open in about 5 minutes. I'm going to start market liquidity over here as people join in, and we'll get started shortly. So it's going to mark up the close levels. There's no need to really go too far out. Not expecting price to push super far today. Today is the last official trading day of 2023, guys. So let's make it count. Let's go right there. Let's go right there. 1 hour. Right there. Going down to the 30-minute. Oh, that red. Going down to the 15. There's a lot of low-level liquidities right here that are kind of close to current price. So we'll see if volatility is actually pretty decent today. Today's technically like New Year's Eve for the market. So market might move slow today, might move fast, who knows? See shortly. Yeah, the market's actually closed for a long weekend after this. So just be careful if you guys have any open trades. All right, so we got liquidity marked up right here, guys. Closest level below is at 37,999 right here down below. It's a low level liquidity, but liquidity nonetheless. ATR right now is currently 3, so the volume is very low. We got another liquidity above over here at 38,037. So these are the two closest levels of liquidity. Some of it might get hit pre-market, maybe this lower level, or it might not. So we'll continue and follow this as price moves along, but that's pretty much it for there. Here is our clean chart. I'm going to go ahead and mark up 6:30, mark up 8 o'clock. Check the 4 hour real quick, see if there's any structure here that we can draw up. Structure right there. Structure down here. Go down to the 1 hour. Structure down here. All right, so that's pretty much it. Back to the 1 minute. That's pretty much where price is currently at right now. Let's go over here to the our main charts. So we had news over here news at 6:45. It was, or news that's coming up at 6:45, and that's pretty much it. So we got news at 6:45, and that's all that we have for today. So 6:45 right here, medium impact news. Our main chart over here. Turn this stuff off. So guys, I enabled access to the indicator. So if you guys want access to or you guys have access to the indicators, the trailing stop indicator is now available to you guys for you guys who do have access to it. If you guys want access to it, go to our website, kodikaitrades.com, and sign up for the strategies subscription. All right, so guys, if you guys have access to the indicator, the default settings have the trailing stop on. You just got to go to your settings over here, turn this off if you don't want them on your chart, and then you'll still have the ATR down below. So that's basically how you get the ATR down at the bottom. So, all right, guys, market is going to open in about 20 seconds. Good morning, everybody. Again, today's the last trading day of the year, so let's make it count. And just be careful when you guys are trading, because the market could be very unpredictable today, because today's technically New Year's Eve for the market, because the next day is obviously going to be New Year's on Monday. So, all right, guys. Morning, Kevin. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Lila. Morning, Nikki. Morning, Maddie. Morning, everybody. Looks like we are good to go. All right, so we currently have a sell signal right here. So if you get we have a sell signal. So if you're looking for the breakout version 1, you're going to be looking for a strong red candle with little to no wick on the bottom side. Otherwise, if you get a buy signal here with a strong green candle and no wick on the top side, then it'll be a breakout for a buy. Right now, we currently have a pretty strong green candle. Looks like this can be a possible buy signal, but we don't see a pending signal up just yet. Other than that, let's continue looking over here. So yeah, looking at this here, let's take a look at retail sentiment real quick. Retail sentiment is 80% short. So this indicates that 80% of retail traders are currently selling right now. You typically want to do the opposite and buy. So I think I may have a bias today for a buy because of the retail sentiment. Looking over here at the fundamentals, fundamentals are currently neutral, flat. So there's not really much here to work with. Anyways, we have a pending buy signal right here, but it's not a strong green candle. It's not strong because of that huge wick on top. ATR is currently 6 right now. So again, we're just going to sit tight and wait for this here to play through. Market's just a little too slow right now. This green candle right here was about a 300 pip move. So again, right here, if this candle here closes with a strong green candle and a buy signal, this is technically going to be the breakout version 1. If you guys are looking to take it, you guys can see how far of a push needs to be for it to actually play through. You guys can see the sessions up here. So if you guys do decide to take the breakout, I would recommend pulling out before it reaches the sessions up here, but I'm probably not going to take it at all because it's just a little too close to the, yeah, it's for sure just a little too close to the sessions up there. So if you guys want to take it, you guys can take it. But again, like I mentioned, it's really close to the sessions up there. And if you do want to take it, you got to pull out for a partial. It's too late for me to enter, so I'm not going to enter the trade here. I'll see if it swings back up. Yeah, it's too close to the sessions. I don't want to get caught in that. So I'm going to sit out of this here. I'll see if price swings back up, because if price does swing back up, it's probably going to swing up to the sessions up here. So I'll watch it and I'll see if it swings up, because if it does swing up, target price point is going to be the sessions right there. But you guys can see how price is getting heavily manipulated right here as price goes back and forth. So if anything, if you see like a V1 variation from the bottom and it corrects back to the upside, it's probably going to push up and try to reach the sessions up here. It's just a little too close to the sessions right there. So not really looking to mess with it at this very moment. Yeah, looks like it's gonna push up. There you go. So if anybody caught it for that little push right there, it would have played out. I was gonna try to enter down here. I was hoping that there'd be like a V1 variation somewhere down here so I can catch that swing to the upside, but I didn't want to get caught in the manipulation too low. So you can see right here, it came up, rejected directly off the sessions right there. That's exactly why we avoided this specific move at the moment. So it looks like Maddie here caught it. He took a buy stop right there. I was thinking about doing that, but I was just thinking too much, and it's all good. I'd rather be safe than sorry. And then the breakout V3 came up right here as well, right after, and it went straight to the sessions as well. So there's a breakout version 2 that's currently, or there's a breakout version 1 running. There's a breakout version 3 running as well right next to it, right here. And there may be a breakout version 3 right next to it as well. There's a lot of entries that are just running alongside it right here. Again, it's just at the session, so I wouldn't really mess with it at this point. If you guys missed the earlier move right here that I marked up, it's too late. There's no need to force any trades here at the moment. This price is now pretty high up. So the analysis here played out perfect. All right. Other than that, we'll continue looking for the next entry here. Yeah, like I said, the movement there was just a little crazy as price continued to bounce around. I'm not here to take any unnecessary risk. Today's the day before New Year's, so I'm not really looking to risk anything that's unnecessary at the moment. Yeah, turns the same behavior 4 days. C6 at sessions had him grab and go. My analysis confirmed for the entry. Thank you. Yeah, definitely C6. Camel caught the B3. Maddie caught the B3. Nice work, guys. Natasha took a partial. Yeah, solid, guys. Nice work. I was tempted to enter it, but I just didn't. I'd rather be safe than sorry, especially in a situation like this. The market's been like this pretty much every day this week. And there you go with the breakout version 1, full TP. Steven, I'm not sure if you caught the trade. I know you were looking for it, but there goes the breakout version 3, full TP, and the breakout version 1, full TP that happened down here. The breakout version 3 is still pushing up right here. TP is going to be up here. So I'm not sure if Steven caught it. I know this is the entry that you typically look for. And it looks like it's about to finish right there. So I'll continue waiting for it to maybe pull back a little bit and then look for the next opportunity. But right now, again, it's just going to be a waiting game for me personally. Price starting to swing up. So if price does swing up, this might set up for a high-low scalp. High-low scalp or high-low scalp version 2. We got the trend here starting to shift up. Price is currently now in the 4-hour resistance. So just keep that in mind, guys. You might get some swing back to the downside here. 4-hour resistance level. All right, so we got opening price right here. All right, so price is coming down a little bit. That's a given. It's at the 4-hour resistance. So no surprise there. Yep. And there we go. This price bounces directly off the 4-hour resistance level. So no surprise there. It was expected. Another reason why I was kind of careful about taking any buys around this area because of that specific place that price was in. So you can see again right here, price is now getting manipulated around the sessions. This is why we don't trade at the sessions, right? Yeah, Ken said I wanted to retrace and bounce off the Asia low. That's exactly what's happening right here. And so this might be the case where we get that bounce. We also have news over here at 645, guys, so just keep that in mind. Breakout version 1 over here at full TP. I'm not going to count the trade because I didn't take it. If I took the trade, I would count it. But since I didn't take it, it's not going to count as an official trade, even though I was kind of planning on taking it. But the setup for the retracement reversal never came up for me. So I didn't hop into it at all. But yeah, guys, breakout version 1 here, full TP. Breakout version 3 is still technically running. Price is now bouncing around the sessions over here. A lot of manipulation, pretty much a given. And we'll see here what happens next. So you guys can see that the sessions kind of line up sometimes with the higher level resistance, right? Like the 4-hour resistance level is up here, and it's right at the session. So a lot of times these sessions, they coincide with a lot of different structure that you should be avoiding anyways. And that's why I like using them. All right, so let's see what happens here. 638 right now. I was kind of hoping that we get like a sell signal so that we can get the continuation back to the upside, but it's all good if we don't. Price again here is just bouncing around the sessions. This is a no-go zone. Huge red flag. If we have any red flags, this is the biggest red flag, the sessions. I don't care so much about news. I don't care well, I care about actual news, but news price, I don't care so much about, and opening price not so much either, because it tends to act as a target, right? So it's not as bad as the sessions, but sessions is where the manipulation typically happens. All right, we got news in about 5 minutes. Just keep that in mind, guys. Thanks, Maddie, for the heads up. And again, we'll just wait. So we got a waiting game going on right here. We got a pending sell signal, completely fine. That's what we wanted. Pending invalid sell signal. I'll just leave this chart alone, the main chart, because I don't want it to be all messy. And we'll come back to that once price swings back up. Again, not really too much going on here. The liquidity here got hit. So there's actually a bunch of confluences here. There's a confluence with liquidity here that got hit full TP, the confluence with the breakout version 1, and then again right here, possibly continuation back to the upside. There's a V1 pattern right here, double body. A lot of people try to see this as a V1 continuation, but I'm gonna hold off obviously because there's news. So we got news in about 4 to 5 minutes. Again, price here rejecting directly off the sessions. It's a given. You know, one thing that I noticed a lot is so if price rejects off the session, so price goes into a range and it rejects off of certain sessions more times than the other time. Like for example, right here, if price starts to range around this area right here and rejects off the sessions like maybe 4 or 5 times, odds of it breaking to the downside are very likely. So I started to see that pattern. I was also looking at this new video by S&P Capital as well, where they kind of cover that. It's kind of interesting how so I talked about, you know, the book One Good Trade, and you guys know how we're scalping here, right? They're like really big on scalping now. I don't know like if that was a coincidence, but they're super big on scalping now. They have a whole program just on scalping. A lot of people don't like scalping, but you know, if S&P Capital is really big on scalping, then there's something there. Obviously, they're like one of the most well-known proprietary trading firms like in the world for the most part, at least in the US. And they're like they have a huge program on just scalping. So I mean that's good for us. If they're focusing on scalping, I think into the next year it's going to be good for us because we're already scalping and we're kind of, you know, we kind of mastered this trading style. So if that's the case and these big proprietary firms are scalping, then I think next year is going to be a big scalping year for us. So I think I'm pretty excited for that to see what happens next. I don't know if you've seen it, CC, but a lot of their videos and I just a lot of everybody is going towards scalping. And it's funny because we've been scalping for years. It's not like this is brand new. We've been doing the same thing for years now. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for 2024 because we already have our set strategies. Yeah, we have set strategies for everything now. So we kind of have an idea of what to apply as a new year comes into place. So I need to update the spreadsheet. I mean, the spreadsheet's pretty much updated for the most part. I just got to update this week's trades so we can wrap up this year and I'll put the totals on. But for the most part, for January, we already have an idea of what strategies to be applying. So we'll probably continue using the strategies that we're applying, and then if they don't work as good, then we'll go back and we'll take a look at like the momentum scalp variations. But these strategies pretty much line up with what we're already applying. Natasha said, "Oh man, I don't know if I can scalp without looking at the charts." I mean, I'm pretty sure you can, Natasha, because that's what we've been doing. I mean, we've been scalping this whole time. I don't think you've ever traded that wasn't a scalp. So I don't think I think you might have mixed it up, but we've been scalping. Yeah, we're not trading any differently. Scalping is what we've been doing. for years. So you've been scalping on your phone for like years now. You just haven't realized that it was called scalping. Um, a scalp is a trade that only it lasts for like a couple minutes, right? Anything that's like over 10 minutes or 15 minutes, then it becomes like more of a day trade. So yeah. All right, guys. So we got news coming up right here in about a minute. We'll see what happens next, and then we'll yeah, exactly. C6 said anything 45 minutes and up is an intraday, anything in between is like a day trade, anything below is a scalp. All right, so let's see what else we got over here. We got news coming up in about 10 seconds, guys. The news for today is Chicago PMI. It's inflation news. So it's supposed to be pretty decently high impact. All right, so we got news right here. About this right here. The trade's still technically running, guys. So the first one already hit TP, but the trade is still technically running. Just keep that in mind. I'll come back to this. I just don't want to make this a mess. So I'll come back to this a little later. I'll try to clean it up as much as possible. I don't want to leave that on the chart and have people kind of fall into a trade there because it's still at the session. So it's not exactly in a good area right now. I'm not going to mark up this line here either for the high because it's going to block out the sessions, which is more important. All right, news is negative. You can see price reacting to the news that's coming down right here. Let me check it real quick. All right, so last month it was 55.8. They were forecasting to be 51, which was already negative. It was actually a lot lower. It was at 46.9, so it's very negative. You can see our price is starting to climb its way back down. And then we'll see if price corrects back up eventually. So I would probably be a little careful with taking any buys right now, guys, because price needs to react to the news. It had a small reaction right here, but I didn't have like really a full reaction that I was expecting. With the negative, I was expecting price to maybe come back down to open price over here and then come back up. But again, if price decides to consolidate around this area, that's completely fine. I'd rather have it consolidate than obviously, correct back to the upside. All right. So at this point here, we are going to continue looking for anything. Right now, there's just nothing for us to take or play through with. So just be patient, guys, and wait for the opportunities to come to you. ATR is still pretty low. It's currently it's between 9 and 10. So again, guys, if you guys want this ATR below here, just go to your indicators, go to your invite-only scripts, go to the K2 trailing stop. Once you have that right there, click on that. Once you add that to your chart, let me just turn this one off. I'll show you what it looks like. So let me just add it to my chart again. All right, this is what the indicator will look like. You'll have a bunch of stuff on your chart. Let me just take this stuff off so you know exactly what it looks like. This is what it will look like. Initially, you'll have this green and red line. The ATR will be right here on your bottom right. So if you want to change that and put it in the middle, just go to your settings. If you want to take off the trailing stop, just turn off the long stop and short stop. That'll take off the lines. Go over to your inputs. It also show ATR down here. It'll say ATR location. It's by default on the right. If you want to have it on the center, just put bottom center like me, and you'll have your ATR right there down the middle. If you want it on top, you can change that to top center. I mean, it's just up to you guys, wherever you guys want. It's up to preference. If you guys want me to switch it to the top, I can switch it to the top. It's just up to preference. Right now, I just have it on the bottom. I think it's just easier for us to see. And that's pretty much how you get the ATR on your chart in order for you to pretty much see how the market's moving. I just keep it on all the time because it helps me see exactly how the market's moving. Right now, it's at 10, so I'm expecting a range right now. If it goes up above to like 12, then I'm going to expect some movement. 12 to 15 is pretty okay for some movement. 9 to 10 or 8 to 10 is probably going to be like, more of a range sideways movement here. All right. So at this point, price is still kind of going back and forth. You can see how price is pushing down. Like I said, based off the news, it's negative. So target price point for me would be down here at opening price, and then you probably look for the correction back up after. So I'd be careful with any buys right now because the news is negative. And that's pretty much all the news for today. Looking over here at the fundamentals, fundamentals are currently still flat. We're at 1 point. Retail sentiment here is still at the same point too. It's at 80%. So nothing's really changed here. This movement's just based off the news. So look for the correction around this area, swing back up. So at this point, these high lows will no longer be useful or valid. This trade's still running again, guys. I'm not in this position, but the trade's still running. But you can see this is why you don't want to hold trades for too long. The breakout should not be running this long because news happened at 6:45, and you can see how this big slump happened based off the news. You don't want to be holding on to any trades when news happens. You're better off just closing out and re-entering on a different opportunity. So I'm kind of glad that price dropped down to this point so that when price does swing back up, we'll have an opportunity for the breakout version 3 continuation. So I'm actually glad that price pushed away from the sessions here because I didn't want to be trading around the sessions. All right, so we'll see what happens here next. I'm just going to stick on this chart. There's no reason to go back and forth there. All right, so we have the 1 minute support. Right here. So you got the 1 minute support level right here. Price is swinging on its way back up. I was hoping we had a buy signal by now, but it's not up yet. ATR is still kind of low. All right. So it's kind of tight. We have about 20 points away from the sessions. So if we do get a breakout version 3, it's going to have to happen down here. Can't go too high. If it goes too high, it's going to be too close to the sessions above. All right. The ATR has not picked up, so like we mentioned, it's going to be a bit of a back and forth movement here. So again, the session or the ATR is still at 10. So you can expect price to range. Price drop based off the news, and now it's starting to range just down this area down here. So we'll see if the correction happens, but if anything, price might just range for a bit. Not really too much here. 1 second, guys. All right. So there's still liquidity down below if price does decide to drop any lower, but not really too much to work with here overall. All right, so the volatility again just died down. It looks like the news has prices finished reacting to the news for the most part. And now we're just waiting for price to churn. That's kind of what it looks like. Price is just churning back and forth until it decides to choose its actual direction. Retail sentiment hasn't changed, so I do think price is going to correct back up eventually. It's just a matter of time. So looking over here at our team profits, we have Andreas with a total profit of 1,410 for the day. All wins here. Nice work, Andreas. And we have Natasha over here with a total profit of 560 for the day. Great work, Natasha. All right, guys, so solid profit so far. If you guys have more profits to post up, feel free to send them in. Otherwise, no official trades yet. we're kind of just waiting here for this here to play through. ATR dropped back down to 9. So, I mean, it's been at 10 for like, it's been at 10 pretty much all session. So there's not really much of a change. If anything, it's getting slower. So if it goes up to like 10, 12, or if it goes up to 11, 12, then that's a little better. And you can see right here, it's starting to push up. So we have a possible breakout V3 continuation setting up over here. But again, the ATR is extremely low, as you guys can see. So if we do get an entry, I'll probably hold off for a little bit. I'm not going to immediately get in. I'll probably just wait for a little bit, see where it goes. And then from there, I'll start looking for possibility of entry. All right, so no surprise here. It's the range that we were expecting because of the ATR being so low. It's back to 9. And it's pretty much just sitting down there. Probably 7 o'clock. So I'm hoping as we get closer to 7 o'clock, volatility will pick back up. But again, there might be a setup here for the breakout V3 continuation. Just leaving this up here so you can see where the where price will reach to. Because I'm not too worried about news over here. I'm okay if price touches news. What I'm worried about is if price touches the sessions up there. That's like basically the main concern. So we're looking for a buy signal here. If we get that buy signal solid. If not, then we just got to continue waiting for that buy signal first before we can look for any possibility of entry. Again, pending buy signal right here. Okay, so this isn't looking as great as I thought earlier because we've had this pending buy signal for about, I think, 3 or 4 candles now. There's not enough power here for price to actually push through. So if this candle here doesn't close with the buy signal, then I'm going to be a little wary about taking this to the upside until it actually, we have an actual push there because there's no volatility. You can see there's like a pending buy signal here, disappeared, pending buy signal, disappeared again, and then again right here. This is going to be probably the 5th candle where we have a pending buy signal with no actual close. So again, we're looking for the setup here. If the buy signal doesn't close, I'd rather just not be a buy signal at all, and then just come back down a little bit. So again, right there, no buy signal. There's no volatility. There's no volume in the market. You guys can see another pending buy signal there, but it's not really going anywhere. It's just going back and forth. It's probably not going to go anywhere until the ATR here picks up. It's back to 9. All right, so what I'm going to be looking for here is, okay, so this is perfect. So you guys can see how it retested this area down here. That's the 1-minute support. So you got the 1-minute support here. Price has tested this area. It's technically tested about 4 times now. So it's got 2 tests right here pre-market, and then it has 2 tests right here during market session. So it's got 4 tests right there. If you guys remember earlier, I mentioned when price starts to range around an area and it tests an area a bunch of times, odds of it breaking out the other way are very likely. So now that it's tested this area a bunch of times, I would be looking for that breakout V3 and look for the continuation back up. If it does happen, that's what I'm looking for here. I'm not going to enter it like down here. This is too risky because at this point, price can still break below, right? But if you get the confirmation, so first you get the initial confirmation of the basically double bottom here, quadruple bottom, and then the continuation is where I want to make my entry because that's when I know for sure price is going to climb back up. So I know a lot of people try to enter down here. I think this is the worst place to enter because you can get faked out. But if price pushes up here, then I'm good because price has already confirmed this, and then we have a confluence at that point. Then on top of that, we have the actual breakout V3 continuation. We have a V1 variation here setting up as well, double body rejection. This is a perfect confluence for us here. We got a V1 variation from the bottom. Now I'm just looking for that breakout V3 continuation. So this is a V1 entry right here, if anybody was looking to take that. But again, like I mentioned earlier, I'm probably going to wait a little bit for price to push through and provide opportunity for a breakout V3. All right, here's even a momentum scalp. So see right here if this will provide opportunity for a breakout V3. All right, so we can get that buy signal in there. We still have 20 seconds left on this candle. I was hoping it'd push up, so let it push up a little bit, and then we'll the volume is just not there. So you guys can see the ATR is still 10. I'm hoping this closes with the buy signal. This would be perfect. Close with the buy signal, continuation to the upside, and then breakout V3 from there. Okay, so we got the buy signal finally. Price is pushing up. Let's see if this here sets up as a breakout V3. All right, so I'm gonna enter right here. It closes. Might even enter a little early if I can know for sure if it's gonna close. So it's kind of bouncing around this area here. Put my pending order right here. All right, so it's getting a little close to that area up there, guys. I'm probably going to close out a little early. So I'm going to get in right here. I'm going to wait for a little bit. I kind of bounce around. I'll wait for it to close. I'm trying to get prime entry. So prime entry is right here. There we go. All right, so I actually got in. I don't know what happened here. I entered buy. I got in a really good entry point. So I'm following it right here. I actually got in at a really good entry point down below. Got 10 right there. Price is pushing up. I don't know what happened, but my entry actually happened down here. For some reason, MT4 got me in like way down here. So I'm already in profit like 2,000 almost. Or basically, yeah. So it's the first time MT4 has done that for me. Or actually giving me better entry price. Yeah, so for some reason, I don't know what happened here, but MT4 gave me entry like way down here. I don't know if it was because of the pending order that I put up and it just kind of trickled when it got in, but I was trying to trail it. So when it filled, I had a pending order and I was kind of just pushing it up so I could follow it. And it got me in at a super good price. All right, price is pushing up. Let's see. My TP is actually really close, guys. So I was trying to adjust my TP a little bit. My TP is actually like right at the news price right here from where I got it. So I'm already in profit 2,200. Still holding it right here. Watching if it pushes up from here. And this volume is just a little too low. This thing was too slow for me. So I'm gonna move my stop loss and profit over here. Because I'm already like pretty far up in profit. Oh, fuck. Whoops, sorry guys. I accidentally moved my stop loss too close. So I actually got pulled out in profit. I was trying to move it up to the break-even point right here, but I ended up pulling out. If you guys want to hold on to it, feel free. It's my bad. I was trying to yeah, if you guys are in, I think it's gonna hit. It's just gonna take a while. What happened was I moved my stop loss in profit because I got in a little earlier down here. So I moved my stop loss to the break-even point, and then it just ended up closing me out for I mean, I made a pretty good profit though. 2,520. So that's the first time MT4 has ever gotten me in at a really good price. But I was entering kind of differently. I had my pending order and I was kind of, it's probably gonna hit. Should have just held on to it. Fuck me. It's all good. I would have made 5,000 off that trade because I got in at such a good entry point down here. My entry was a little different on this one. I usually enter market, but since I knew this was going to close green, I just had a pending order just following it up. And then when it pulled back a little bit, it filled my order. And for whatever reason, it got me in from like way down here. So, yeah. And then right there, it's right at the session. So I would have pulled out right here anyways to begin with. It's all good. My I still made more than I would have because I would have made 2,000 for the full TP if he got in at that price point, but I got in cheap at a cheaper price, and then I mean, still played out perfect. So, all right, guys, let me take a screenshot of the trade here. This is the breakout V3. All the confluences lined up here perfectly. So we saw the V1 variation right here. That was a perfect reversal pattern. Price pushed up, and then we wanted to pull out before price reached the sessions up here. So everything here pretty much lined up. You can see how price came down based off the news, and then it corrected right back to news price. And that's generally what happens, right? When price moves around the news. William said, nice trade. Yeah, definitely, William. Hopefully you caught that too, but that played out pretty much perfect. I just got sticky fingers there. And, I got to that point where the market was moving too slow. And I was like, I want to move my stop loss and profit just to guarantee some profits for myself because I got in for a better price. And then I ended up moving it a little too close, which happens sometimes. That's just, it's part of the game. But all right, guys, let me put the update here. That was the breakout V3 continuation. I think the original breakout probably hit too. All right, it's still hitting. Breakout V3 still running, guys. So if you guys are holding on to this original position, this breakout is now basically an intraday trade at this point. It's currently at the sessions right now. And all right, so let me take a screenshot of my profits. There's nothing else for us to take right here. Price is currently at the sessions. So not exactly the best place to be entering some trades. So let me go ahead and just close this out real quick. Take a screenshot of my accounts. So moving forward, I'm going to be a little careful, guys, with the rest of the market for today. As you guys know, today's the last trading day of the year. So expect a lot of manipulation. I'm for the most part, I'm happy with my profits. So if I don't see anything super great, I'm not going to force anything. I want to end this here on a great note because I made some pretty good profit on that last trade. This whole year has been great. Maddie said he's done for the week. He's up 10K. So Maddie had an amazing week too. Usually the last trading day or the last trading week of the year is usually not so great for a lot of people, right? Because what happens with a lot of people is they tend to FOMO, and I want to make sure that you guys don't fall into that trap. You guys don't need a FOMO. I know it's the end of the year, but it's not the last day of trading of your life, right? You can still trade next year, so just keep that in mind, guys. I see a lot of people who like it's like the last trading day of the year and they want to take like a bunch of trades because they're like they need to make up for all their losses for the earlier part of the year. Like don't be that guy, guys. Don't be the guy that makes all of his mistakes literally at the end of the year, because we had a great year so far. I mean, if I add up all of our trades, so I think by the end of the session today, I'll add up everything on our spreadsheet so that we can see what our year total is, and you guys can see where we're currently at. It's 7:08 right now. We still have time, so I'll be looking for entries here. There's just nothing here for us to take at the moment. So for that one trade that we just took right now, here are my profits. So for the day on my funded engineer, I locked in 385. For my fund FTMO, I locked in 2,520. My second FTMO, I locked in 2,220. For my second funded engineer, locked in 218. My personal account locked in 680. My TFF locked in 1,062, and my second TFF locked in 1,062 as well. So currently right now, my profit's about 246. I'm up to like maybe 7,000 for the day. And that was just one trade that we took here for the breakout V3 continuation. So, like I mentioned, the market's going to be there. So there's no need to force any trades. William is asking if the market is open on January 1st. I don't know. I always forget every year when that happens. There's nothing here on the calendar, so I'm assuming the market is open. Um, I don't know if I'll be trading. I'll give you guys a heads up, like maybe on New Year's Eve if I'm gonna be trading or not. I'm not sure if the market's open or not, but yeah, like Kenneth said, he said if it's open, it'll probably be closed. Patricia said it's closed. Eunice said it's closed. Cern said it's closed. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's closed on January 1st. So we probably won't be having a live session that day, guys. Obviously, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys will be doing stuff on New Year's Eve, so you probably don't want to wake up early on New Year's Day to trade. You can wait until January 2nd. So I don't know for sure if it's closed, but Patricia said it's closed. Majority of people here said it's closed. Let's check Forex Factory. Yeah, it's closed. All right, so bank holiday market is closed on 31st and the 1st. So no live session on Monday, guys. All right, so we'll continue looking for any possible opportunities here. I don't really see much happening, but obviously we'll see here if anything does happen. Prices, it looks like price will probably be stuck in this range between the 4-hour resistance level and the 1-minute support. So I think it's going to be in this big range right here, which is completely fine. You can still catch trades in between, but I don't think we're going to have much direction after this. Realistically, price is pretty much bouncing between the sessions and opening price. So if there's any questions, guys, feel free to put your questions in the chat. I'll continue to stay on here and look for entries, but again, I'm not just expecting too much here. Rashida said, Happy New Year's, guys. I'm done for the year. See you all in 2024. Yeah, definitely, Rashida. You had a great year. I know you did pretty good overall, in all your accounts. Everybody here did pretty good. The consistency with everybody's profits every day. Another thing that I want to mention is that we haven't gone a day in years where not at least one person has posted profit in the group. So, if people are profiting in the group, even if I'm not profiting, everybody else here is profiting. There hasn't been one day. If you go to the profit team post here, there hasn't been one day in maybe 2 or 3 years where not one person has profited here. So you guys can see that even if I'm not taking any trades, there's opportunities out there. There's opportunities from the live session. There's opportunities from having the indicators yourself. But there's always at least one person in the group that's profiting. So that's, that says something about a group. It's crazy to have that running streak where, and if you guys look at the team profits, if you guys look on our YouTube, every day I showcase everybody's profit. So if you look over here for our live trading results, you can see that we have 267 videos. I've only started recording these lately, and there hasn't been one day where profits have not been posted, which is crazy. I mean, it's pretty amazing to see that in a group, because it just shows that somebody's doing something good at some point, at some time of the year. Let's see. Maddie said 1 year of really dialing into your development is life-changing. Hope everyone can do the same in 2024. Yeah, definitely. Albert said, Sean, what broker do you use for your live account? I'm using a hedge fund in the UK. So it's not exactly so it's a personal account, but it's not a personal account. It's like a hedge fund account. It's the account that I was trading with before. I'm just trading their account, but they basically just pay me. They'll wire me the money, but I'm basically trading their account. So I consider it my personal account because there's not really much of a split. It's not there's no restrictions to the account. It's a hedge fund in the UK. So it's IC Markets UK, but it's not, you can't get it here in the US. Someone in the UK would have to have it, and then there'd have to be some sort of agreement between you two for you to trade the account, and then they pay you the funds. Because you can't have an account here in the US with IC. IC is probably one of the best brokers. If you guys can find any way to get an IC Markets account, I highly recommend it because it's super useful. The executions are good. Everything's crisp. It's probably the best broker Cern said that he has it. So IC Markets is probably the best one. Albert's asking, is it available in Spain? Possibly. Yeah, so Deswell has one too. I know Cern's in Europe. Deswell over here too. He's not in the US, so I know he has one. They should have one in Spain. So if you have somebody in Spain that can open you an account, or if you're a Spain resident, if you have your double citizenship, I mean, you might be able to set one up. Yeah, Stern said there's two. You have SC. Gotcha. Yeah, there's a couple different ones that are available for IC, but IC in general is like a pretty good broker for gotcha. Okay. Yeah, Stern said there's two. There's one in SC and there's the normal one in Cyprus. That makes sense. Back in the day, a lot of people were using IC markets. Like I think when I first started trading, a lot of people were using them, but then they kicked out US clients and they kicked out Australia clients. Basically, all the major clients they kicked out, and they kept just people in the UK in Europe. C6 said, "Is this the Albert?" Yeah, well, it might be the Albert. This Albert was around that time, so this might be the Albert that you're referring to, C6. So Albert kind of took a break for a while, did his own thing, came back, and he's back in here. Pepperstone was good too, yeah. So the two good brokers, if you can get a hold of them, would be like Pepperstone and IC. Those are the ones that a lot of people used like way back. All right, let me scroll real quick. I think that's it for this here. Both registered in Australia. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, there was a lot of good brokers a long time ago. What happened was that there was a lot of scammers. So what happened was there was a lot of scammers. So if you guys remember, like earlier on in K2, there was like this group that was like scamming in our group, or like they were like an account manager. He was like on the news or something for scamming people. He ended up letting some trades run during Christmas last year or years back, and he had basically blew like millions of euros in a PAM account. So like once that happened, a lot of these brokers started kicking off US clients because they were getting in trouble. So it always takes like one person to like screw things up for everybody else. But anyways, guys, back to the charts over here. I just want to remind you guys there's nothing for us to take, so you guys are not missing out on anything here. There's a sell signal here, no red candles. There's no breakout V3 continuation. There's just nothing going on right here in the middle. Here's our clean chart. You guys can see price is still ranging between these two levels, like we mentioned. So there's not really too much here. I know we're going off topic, but if there's any other questions that you guys have, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, here, let's update our, we got some more profits here. We got Johnny with a total profit of 170 for the day. Nice work, Johnny. Nice profit on his funded account. We have Gian over here. First trades on his funded account, total profit of 945. Nice work, Gian. So congrats to the funded club. Again, we have Albert over here, total profit of 1,100 for the day. Nice work, Albert. Solid work right there. We got Vince, total profit of 110 for the day. Nice work, Vince. We have Natasha, total profit of 757 for the day. All wins here as well. Nice work, Natasha. We have Kenneth, total profit of 645 on his first account. All wins there. And a total profit of 1,740 on his second account. All wins there as well. Nice work, Kenneth. Early profits, 1,170. We have Natasha's earlier profits, 560. And Andrea's total profit of 1,410. So great profits, guys. If you guys have more profits to post up, feel free to send them in. Otherwise, what I'll do here is I'll probably update the spreadsheet because there's probably not going to be any other entries here. There's no entries here, so I'll probably update the spreadsheet. I'll show you guys what our total profits, wins, losses, percentage for the year is, because we have pretty much all of our official trades done for this year, and then we'll go from there. So let's see. Brian is asking, where can I find the breakout V3 video? So I haven't made an official video for that because it was still in testing for a while, Jeff. But you can find it in the mentoring session. So if you watch any of the recent mentoring sessions, we went over it pretty much in detail. But just a quick, I'll just show you what it is because it's not that difficult. So basically the breakout V3, if you're just looking for the original breakout V3, you want to look for the first buy signal or sell signal. So like basically right here, market opened at 630, right? You're looking for the buy signal and you want to follow it with a green candle. So buy signal, green candle, that's a breakout V3. That's the first entry. For the first entry, it's a bigger move. It's for 300 pips. For the continuation, which is what we applied earlier, you're looking for the same thing, but the TP stop loss is smaller. So for example, here we have a sell signal. You need a red candle, right? So there's no red candle, no entry for breakout V3 continuation. Right here, we have a buy signal, green candle, right? You're basically just looking for the candle to match the signal. Buy signal, green candle. This is considered a continuation. Instead of going for the full 300 pips, you would just go for 100. And that's the trade that we took there. So super simple. Buy signal, green candle. Sell signal, red candle. No red candle there, no breakout V3 continuation. And then on top of that, you just want to be careful for the red flags. Red flags would be the sessions here. So basically any lines that go left to right, right? The London high and London low are going to be red. Asia high low is going to be purple. And New York high low is going to be green. Yeah, no problem, Jeff. It's super simple. I try to make things as simple as possible for you guys to follow. And I think that's probably like one of the easiest strategies. That strategy works very well if you use it in confluence. So like, for example, right here, we had a V1 variation. I didn't want to take it because it was touching opening price, but it was followed by a breakout V3 continuation. And it was just a perfect entry because you got the reversal down here, continuation. So you don't get in too early, but you get in at the perfect time. So that's pretty much that right there. Still no entries for us available right now. There might be another breakout V3 continuation here, but I probably wouldn't want to take it or recommend anybody take it because it'll be too close to these sessions up here in order for it to hit TP. So, all right, guys, let me update our spreadsheet for the year. If you guys want to sit around and see the total for the year so far, it shouldn't take too long. I just got to add up December. So let's see. We got Jeff over here, total profit, or a little bit of a loss, -13, so not too bad there. But he's good. He said he's trying to get even, but he's just going to wrap it up, which is perfectly fine. We got Madhu over here with a total profit of 539 for the day. All wins there. Nice work, Madhu. Yeah, Jeff, it's fine. Take the small loss and then come back the next week and then bring it right back up. It's not going to be too difficult. So let's go over here real quick. I'm going to add these. Oh, fuck, what did I do? Okay, my bad. I thought I deleted this right here. Let me scroll up real quick. So the 22nd was, all right, so we added the 22nd's profits, which was Friday. The 26th right here, we had a triple confluence. 26 at 712. It was for a buy entry. Confluence. So you guys can see it doesn't take too long. This is good so that when we hit December next year, we'll know exactly which strategies to be applying when it comes down to it. On the 27th, breakout V3. So 27, 643. Oops. I think this was also for a buy. We pretty much look for buys all month. If you guys look over here, it shows how many buys. So like also in the future, we'll know kind of like what to look for. Like, should we focus on buys? Should we focus on sells? When it comes time. So this stuff's gonna be super super beneficial for us moving forward, of course. We'll have so much data here for the following year. All right, this is on the 27th, 728. Oops. $728. Took no trades yesterday, and then for today, our only trade here. So this happened at 7:05. All right, so it looks like we are good here, guys. So this is our trades for December as we close out the year, guys. We had a pretty good year, pretty good month. We only had one loss for this entire month, which is pretty incredible because December is usually kind of a tricky month for a lot of people. All right, so let me just add this up real quick. Make sure everything is proper. So we took 20 buys and 3 sells for this year, or for this month, sorry. We took 20 buys and 3 sells for this month. We had 22 wins, only 1 loss, made a total profit of 2,700 pips. Total trades of 23 trades, total win-loss ratio of 95.7. So it's pretty yeah, that's crazy. That's pretty good. So I'm gonna add this over here so that I can have an idea. All right, so let me add this to the total for the year. So, all right, so we had 143 buys, so 143 plus 20 buys for this month. We're up at 160. For the sells over here, we had 83 sells. So 83 sells plus 3 sells for this month, 86. We had 209 wins for this year so far. So 209 plus 22 wins for this month. So we got 231. We had 27 losses, 1 loss for this month, 28. Our profit, we had 30,000 profit in pips. So 30,130 profit in pips plus 2,700 for this month. So 32,830. Total trades, we had 236 so far, plus this month we had 23 trades, 259 trades. Okay, so we had a total of 231 wins for divided by a total trade of 259. We had a win-loss ratio of 89.2%. So we had an 89.2% win rate. It's not super high. I mean, it's pretty decent. It's pretty good for a whole year. And this is our trading stats, or I'll just put current stats as of December 23. So for our year so far, our year total from January up until December, we had 160 buy trades, 86 sell trades, 231 wins, 28 losses, total pip profit of 32,830, total trades of 259 trades, and a win-loss ratio of 89.2%. And this is all for this year. So if you guys want to go back and review all this stuff, we have it in our Discord. Just go to the Discord, go down to the trading journal, 2023 official live trades, and you guys can see here all the trades that we took for the year of 2023. We'll continue doing this for 2024. This is going to be very useful for us because moving forward, we can follow all of the entries and strategies that we applied during this year, right? So we'll continue using what we're already applying. But if you guys want to look at other stuff, there's other strategies here that you guys can apply as well. But obviously, we're going to stick to our bread and butter, which is momentum pullback scalps, breakout V3 continuations, etc. And then if you want to add on more, you can see there's other strategies here that hit, throughout the year. So, I try to be as transparent as possible. Everything here is documented. There's screenshots of every trade. If you guys ever want to go back and review the live trades, just go to our YouTube channel. You go to the YouTube channel, you go to the live trading session, and then you pull up the date of whatever session you want to watch. So as I mentioned, I just upload these for documentation because I want to go back and review trades sometimes to see where I mess up. So yeah, guys, I mean, it's been a crazy year. It's been I think this has been probably one of the most profitable years I've had. I'm not really big on showing profit, but if you want to do the math, because this is pretty much how many pips you made. You just do that times 10, right? Because if I'm doing 100 lot, that's times 10. And then I have multiple accounts. So that's how much profit I basically made for the year. And I'm not here to show off, that's not for showing off at all. It's just to show you guys that, this is possible. If you guys just stick to the live trades, this is what you guys can lock in because none of these trades are taken off the live session. They're all taken during the live session. And that's just a possibility, guys. So again, right here, you have a pending possible breakout V3 continuation. But again, if you want to take this trade, it's going to have to cut into the sessions, which I don't recommend taking because that's going to be a red flag area. Exactly. C6 said the data has more substance than those rentful Lambo gurus. Yeah, Camel said, this win rate's nuts. My man's too humble. Yeah, Maddie said 89% win rate is pretty ridiculous. Yeah, no, for sure, guys. But yeah, guys, if there's any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll take individual screenshots of my individual accounts, and then we'll wrap this up for the year. That's crazy to say the year. We've been trading for a whole year. Every single day this year we traded for the most part. Every single day the market was open. So hopefully for you guys who are here with me, the whole documentation of the trades was just proof of concept to show you guys if you guys just stick to the live trades and the official trades, it's almost impossible not to be profitable. Like the only way you'll not be profitable is if you take your own trades, or make your own mistakes, which is fine. It's good to make mistakes, but you guys can see if you take it slow and easy, January to December, your profits are going to add up, tremendously. So, all right, I'm going to go and add up or continue taking screenshots of my profits real quick. And then I will wrap this up pretty soon. Man, what a way to close out the year, right? I was really hoping we'd have a win today. I was like, man, I got to get at least one win today. Doesn't matter how I'm going to get it, but I got to get at least one win so that we can close out this year strong. And we just close it out perfect. And that was like the perfect entry because you can see over here that there were no more entries, right? After this entry that we took, there was pretty much nothing that came up. So, I waited patiently for this perfect entry to come up. It came up and we took that and we ran with it. There's another V3 continuation right there running, but again, like I said, it's too close to the session, so I wouldn't want to take it myself personally. Plus the volatility is it's pretty low. The volatility is actually extremely low right now. The ATR is currently at 7. You can see a lot of people are probably already done. People are probably already leaving the office, getting ready for vacation for the new year. Yeah, the ATR is just too low right now. It's at 7. I haven't even seen it that low during live session time. So, all right, let me just finish this here. Looks like we're good. Post this out. All right, let me post this up real quick. So we got that there. All right, so let me show you guys my profits, my single individual profits for the day so far. If you guys have more profits to post up, feel free to send them in. But here goes my account. So here's my first account, funded engineer, locked in 385. My first account. I don't need to label them. I don't think it really matters. Everybody knows which account's which at this point. Here's my FTMO locked in 2,520. Here's my second FTMO locked in 2,220. Here's my funded engineer number 2 locked in 218. Here's my personal account locked in 690. And here is my TFF locked in 1,100. And my second TFF, same thing, 1,100. So adding up my profits for the day. So for the day, I'm up 385 plus 2,520 plus 2,220 plus 218 plus 690 plus 1062 plus 1062. Total profit of 8,157 for the day. And for the week, I'm up 791 plus 5,100 plus 5,300 plus 444 plus 1,710 plus 2,449 plus 2,449. Total profit of 18,243 for the week. So yeah, here goes my profits for the day and the week so far, guys. It's been a great week. It's been a great day. And I think that's about it. So if there's any other questions, guys, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, Randy, happy New Year's to you as well. Happy New Year's, Natasha. We'll see you back here next year. Same with you, Kevin. Kevin said, I'm excited for 2024. Slowly getting more consistent. Happy New Year's, everyone. Yeah, definitely. Um, Maddie said, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. Fly men weather. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, guys. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I think we should probably wrap this up early. I don't want you guys to force any trades as you get towards the end of the trading cycle for this year. So, all right, guys, I just want to wish you guys a happy new year. If there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to reach out. Um, I'll continue working at it. We'll see if there's anything else that we can kind of figure out or apply for next year. But for the most part, we're going to continue adapting with the market because the market's always going to be changing. So, all right, guys, happy New Year's, guys. If there's any questions, reach out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back here on Tuesday for market open. Just a reminder, markets close on Monday, so don't show up on Monday. Enjoy your New Year's.